Hello and welcome. Thank you for taking time to join me today. I am Morjax, and today we're going to be doing a critical hit ranged build with the Undead Dreg hero in Mordheim, City of the Damned. So this is inspired by Flupo42 on Reddit, his ranged build. And this build really revolves around the active ability Vital Shot. And we're going to be mastering this, which gives us a plus 20% critical hit chance. So let's go ahead and just step through the skills that you will want. And I should say right up front, if you want more details on this build or want to see, I won't have enough points to do it all here on screen for you. But the finished build there's a link to it down in the description. So go ahead and click that, and that will give you all the details, and you can kind of see the final point that you will land with this build. So here's the deal with this build. When you have Sharpshooter, which increases your crit chance with each successful hit, and you also have Mastery of Vital Shot, which gives you a plus 20% crit chance, your base crit chance is going to be 20%. So with that in mind, you've got a 20% base chance. Vital Shot's going to bump that up to 40%, and you're going to take 3 shots per round. So if you successfully hit all of those, your crit chance will be 40, 44, and 48%. So if you miss every shot, Sharpshooter is not going to be able to tick up, so every shot's going to have a 40% chance to hit. Now, if you multiply those 40% chances to hit together, or rather the 60% chance to not crit, you've got basically a 78.4% chance to get at least 1 crit in every round. And if you do hit all of those, you've got a 82.5% chance to crit. So you're looking at upwards of 80% chance to crit at least once every single round, which is pretty tasty. It's that can turn the tide of battle, obviously, to be able to crit someone who is in melee. For active skills, we're going to have Vital Shot, of course, which gives each shot a plus 20% chance to hit. Sidestep, which will be under agility. And we are going to eventually master this as well, which is going to give us 3 dodge attempts. If you protect your ranged unit behind the melee lines successfully, you shouldn't need this too early, because hopefully they will not be getting into combat that soon. And then the third active slot is a little bit open. It's up to you, but one recommendation I might make is Insult, which reduces... It's a 10-meter range, and it reduces the melee resistance of an enemy by 10% for 1 turn, so you can kind of debuff the enemy's melee resistance from behind the front lines. In terms of passive skills, we're going to be mastering Quick Reload, and eventually we are also going to be mastering Sharpshooter. Now, Quick Reload, the mastery reduces our reload cost by 2, and Sharpshooter, with each successful ranged critical hit damage, our crit chance goes up by 4%. So that can go up potentially twice each round, because we can do 3 vital shots with our 9 red pills at rank 10. Now, the other skills that you get, those 2 are going to be the critical ones, Quick Reload and Sharpshooter. The other 3 passive skills you get are somewhat up to you, but I might recommend Eagle Eyes, which gives you a little bit of armor penetration. Another one that's nice and plays well with your sidestep is Avoid, which increases your dodge chances, and that will be pretty nice. And one that I always like pretty well is Knowledge Mordheim, which gives you 1 extra movement. But you could really there's a number of things you could do in terms of well, yeah, it's if there's a favorite skill that you have, you could slot that in for your 5th passive. So let's go ahead through our different stats here and figure out what kind of requirements we will need. I would recommend, so for Insult, you will need, for Sidestep, you will need Agility of 9 to start off with, and 15 to max it out. And you can actually reach 15 if you use a Grimoire to get there. So that's the only way to max out Sidestep. And in terms of how we will allocate these points, I would recommend 6 into Strength, 9 into Toughness, and 15 into Agility. Now, you could do 9 Strength and 6 Toughness if you want. That's kind of up to you, but that's... I like to put more into Toughness to give a chance for Humble Servant. You can cast that, I think, up to about 10 times. Our final wounds will be just shy of 300 wounds, and Humble Servant costs 25 wounds each time. So I would recommend building him kind of tanky so that he can deliver more HP with Humble Servant to your Vampire or Vampire Thrall. Okay, in terms of mental points here, I would recommend 6 out of 6 for your leadership, and that's going to allow you to get something like Insult if you wanted it. Intelligence, I would recommend getting 9, and that's going to give you, that's going to open up Knowledge Mordheim for you. And Alertness, we will get 7. And then on to the Marshal here. We're going to leave our weapon skill at 6 because he is going to be very, very focused on ranged. We're going to get our ballistic skill up to 15 and accuracy up to 15. And I believe this will also take a grimoire, require a grimoire from you to get that many points. And you will need 15 ballistic skill to master sharpshooter. So just keep that in mind. You know, you can build it how you like, but in terms of what I would recommend, the how you get your skills, I would recommend very first thing, get the passive skill quick reload. Early on, you don't have that many blue pills, and being able to quick reload saves you a lot of blue pills early game. The second and third thing I would say you should spend your money on in terms of skills is Vital Shot, because you're going to have a base 20% crit chance here, and Vital Shot is going to increase that to 40%. And then along with Sharpshooter, which is going to be the 4th and 5th thing that I recommend you get in terms of mastering Sharpshooter, that is going to get you, if you successfully hit all 3 times each round, you're going to get a 40% chance, a 44% chance, and a 48% chance to critical. So you can start to crit very, very often with this build, and with 15 ballistic skill, you're probably going to be landing most all of your shots. So yeah, I'd recommend first get quick reload, then get and master Vital Shot, which is going to take 3 and 9 accuracy respectively, and then master Sharpshooter, which is going to take you up to 15 ballistic skill. And then you can go in whatever order you like. If you're finding that they get engaged frequently, you might look at Sidestep. If you're finding they do not get engaged frequently, you might do something like Eagle Eyes to get a little extra armor piercing. So yeah, you're gonna have at rank 10, you're gonna have 9 red pills for attacking, which will give you 3 vital shots around. You're gonna have 7 SP blue pills to move around with, and your first and second shot are going to be free reload. So you're going to shoot, reload for free, shoot, reload for free, shoot, reload for 1. So you're going to have essentially 6 blue pills to mess around with. You might have something like Insult, which let's go ahead and take a look at that quickly. That's going to cost you 3, so you could potentially Insult twice if you don't move at all. So there's a little bit of extra utility. Your health is going to be up around 295 or so, and you're going to want a longbow with this guy for sure. Let's talk about the equipment. So for the equipment, you're going to want a longbow, and at rank 10, that's going to give you 39 to 54 damage in that range. And on your offhand, I would recommend 2 maces, because your chance to hit's going to be very bad with only 6 weapon skill, and each mace is going to give you an extra chance to hit. And then you don't need the shield, obviously, because you're going to be you're going to have put so much points into dodging. So I would recommend longbow and 2 maces. You'll probably have clothes. You can stick them in a helmet if you want to. The equipment's not quite as critical. So there it is. I hope you enjoy this build. If you have any ideas or thoughts or whatever you might have to say about this build, you have various little YouTube buttons down there. If you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time.